Well, good morning to you. It is Monday, and it's time for Morning Barbados.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Well, good morning to you. Here's hoping you're doing good. It's Monday, and yes, sometimes it's a hard start on Monday, but you know what? You've got to get up and welcome the day, and here's hoping that you are ready to accept all the challenges as well as the glorious uncertainty wrapped up in today. I'm Cassandra Crawford. So good to be here for you to start another week. Good morning, Katrina.
Good morning, Cassandra. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Looks that way to me. Good morning to everyone. Thank you so much for making us your first choice for starting your morning off right. I have to start off, I'm afraid, with the
rally.
With the rally, yes. Congratulations to, once again, the Sheriff, Roger the Sheriff Skeet was the winner, but I think the winners were the spectators, the fans who came out and supported all of their favorite cars. Hearty congratulations to the number 2 and 3, Paul Bourne and Neil Armstrong, I believe, pulled up number 2 and 3 spots, and it was just a great weekend overall. People really do come out and support the rally.
Yes, they do.
And the cars, the drivers, and you know how all Bajans are experts on everything. So
yes,
they have
on everything.
Yeah, so they have the running commentary as to whose car did what, why it sounds that way. But it was a great day, both at the VIP and at Bushy Park yesterday.
Very good. So well, you didn't seem like you took in much sun, so VIP definitely worked for you on the Saturday.
The VIP definitely worked for me on the Saturday. It was easy access, as always. The sun was blistering, but of course the tents that were erected 20 feet in the air, the reports were correct.
Nice.
We do have some photos that I will pull up later on during the show to give you some perspective as to how high up the tent was and how well appointed it was. But then yesterday I kind of roughed it a bit, followed the rally with a bunch of friends on the back of a truck. So, you know, big open cooler, lots of drinks, and waiting for what felt like ages.
Water. When you say drinks, you mean water.
Water
yes.
and adult beverages, because we're adults and we can drink responsibly. And it was, you know, you got the really early, got a good perspective. Some of the Freaks Customs vehicles were also along the same route that we were, and it was
must have been a spectacle indeed.
When the rally finally started, it was an evening special stage. Some people were there for the times, others like Jonesy, those who are fans who know what I mean, were there for the spectacle to give us spectators a good show. Yeah. So yeah, it was a great weekend all around. I have to say, I didn't really focus on anything else. So if there's anything else that happened over the weekend, Cassandra,
it was rally for Katrina. We
it's
knew
up
that.
to you to tell me.
We knew that
it was all
since
about.
Last week.
That's right.
It was all about the rally for this young lady, but. Like, we really want to extend kudos to the navigators, the drivers. Yes, it wouldn't have been successful without the fans like Katrina, the diehards who went out, and those who just helped to create a really nice ambiance. So well done, great weekends had. Of course, we continue to hear about Rihanna's video, and Katrina, I can't help but say, this really only guides more attention to the Man Down video, you know what I'm saying?
Why don't the people get it? The more they talk about it, the more people will want to view
but
it.
I'm cool with that. I may not be the best person to say anything about this situation. While I understand the responsibility artists have, it's not just artists, it's parents, it's aunties, it's uncles, it's everybody. And it's entertainment, and people have to be able to see, you know, where that line is. But I'm saying if you're going to deal with that, you need to address all the other things. I don't know if people have forgotten about things like Bohemian Rhapsody that people today call a classic from Queen, and that was very graphic.
At the time, not only was it graphic, but it incited all sorts of offense for its imagery, for all of the I suppose political, religious, and social taboos that it shattered
the same
when it finally came out. And you know, her marketers are doing a fantastic job. They kind of throw out these little red herrings, and then we all scurry towards them without realizing that it's simply doing her video good. And you know my position on the matter already. Parents, parent your children.
Everybody needs to be responsible for their children.
Television stations be responsible for what you put. But at the end of the day, she's an entertainer. She's not designed to be a moral guardian. She's no one's parent, not yet. Anyway, she's a young girl, and we all go through growing pains. And the point,
but there is a strong message at the roots of it.
There's an incredibly strong message. But the point is, it starts the conversation, whether we agree with the imagery
method
or not. it starts a conversation, and it starts a conversation about things that are often difficult for us to discuss, especially if you have been a recipient of or the victim of sexual violence of any kind. Revenge is one of the things that you feel, and I think
it's
a human part of the process.
And I'm saying that you cannot go on about it in a music video where it's well within its context. It's a video. Michael Jackson used to make mini movies, and in a sense that's what it is. But that's also a part of many movies on the very same centric and other situations. And I'm saying then we have to guide everything, including the PS3 games, everything. But that song is the very same story with the Days of Queen, and then covered later by another group. By
the Fugees, yeah.
Yes.
Well, the discussion is going to continue. Yeah. The fact that we are still talking about the video and about Rihanna means that she's still current. We're members of the Navy over here, so whatever they say, we will still support without being too sycophantic kind of thing. I think we can see it is for what it is. So.
All right, we've got to take in some top lines now. We'll talk some more as we go through the morning, but certainly these are the stories we're looking to give you the details to in our news package at 7 o'clock. A plot of land has been identified for the construction of a new secondary school. Though not revealing its location, Education Minister Ronald Jones says this comes as the ministry encounters problems with accommodating new secondary students in Zone 3. Mr. Jones made the remarks at a press conference announcing the 2011 Common Entrance results at his Constitution Road office. Anglican Bishop, the Most Reverend Dr. the Honorable John Holder, says the church must help parents guide their children on the right path. Speaking at the 40th anniversary church service for St. Christopher Church, Bishop Holder said it is necessary to point children in the way of God as they are the future of the church. He says the responsibility lies on every individual to try to discover what is going wrong with children, to then assist in any way possible. There's a call for district emergency organizations to get their houses to face the challenges of the 2011 Atlantic hurricane season. The advice from Director of the Department of Emergency Management, Judy Thomas, who says they're a vital link in responding to any emergency or weather system that challenges the country. However, she says even though many of the DEOs are up, she's not sure that they are running. She made the comments at a news conference outlining her department's plans for the 2011 season at her Warren's office. We'll have details to those and more stories during our news at 7 o'clock. But right now we tell you what's making headlines in our newspapers, starting with the International Herald Tribune.
Thanks, Cassandra. It's of course brought to you with our friends at the International Herald Tribune is a global edition of the New York Times, and we start with a story that we were discussing last week. We made a call to Dr. Joyce and John, our Chief Medical Officer, to get some insight as to the local implications of the E. coli breakout. And this morning, we learned that the E. coli source is likely bean sprouts from Germany. The German authorities have identified locally grown bean sprouts as the probable cause of an E. coli outbreak that has killed 22 people and sickened more than 2,100 in Europe. Gert Lindemann, the agriculture minister in the northern state of Lower Saxony near Hamburg, which is the epicenter of the bacterial outbreak, said in Hanover that locally grown bean sprouts were the, quote, most convincing cause that a farm in the Ulezen area had been shut down, and that further tests revealed were expected on Monday. We're hopefully going to have a little discussion about that later on. I love this picture of Rafael Nadal celebrating his victory over Roger Federer in the final at the French Open on Sunday. The match was a thriller compared with Nadal's trashing of Federer in 2008. Nationalism fades in Serbia's politics. We go now to Belgrade for this headline. In a country that nurtures a grudge about an event that occurred more than 600 years ago, once fiery Serbian nationalists now seem strangely muted, with the 68-year-old General Ratko Mladic settling into his prison cell in The Hague. The relative silence with which Serbs greeted his arrest and extradition speaks volumes about the turnaround taken by the country's leadership and the fading of nationalism as an issue from the political stage. That's what's making headlines around the world in the International Herald Tribune. It's brought to you with the kind compliments of our friends at Newspaper Direct. You can call them at 436-1314 or visit their website, newspaperdirect.com. Now we bring it on home to find out what's on the front page of The Nation. The ladies belting it out. Shamel takes charge. Shamel Waterman pleading, Lord, I'm available to you, on her way to winning the second Lime Gospel Challenge 2011 at the Frank Colliver Hall. Vagrants of fire worry, that's on page 5, and another student on top. We'll tell you who they are. PSV heat is the headline at the bottom. Overloading and reckless driving are among some of the complaints. Find out who's saying that and what and why. And this is a picture that I will simply let speak for itself. Together again is the caption. And this was at a meeting last night. Perhaps you recognize the two folks in the picture. Seems as if fences have been mended, and as the headline says, the BLP is ready, stressing that the Barbados Labour Party was now in general election mode. Owen Arthur shook hands with rival Mia Mottley and pledged the party was a united force committed to taking this country out of its darkest hour. If you want to find out the details to that story and so much more, you can pick up a copy of Your Nation. But now we go to what's happening in the headlines in The Advocate.
It's 10 after 6 o'clock. A big headline on the front cover for today, Monday, June 6. Push studies in tourism. In terms of career choices, too many persons are placing the tourism industry on the back burner, and leading hotel manager is not pleased. You can get the details. Government must be model user of ICTs, and students, parents urged to get moving. You can find out more about those stories. On the back cover, it says preparation is key. There is a 62% chance that a major hurricane will make landfall in the Caribbean this season, and that's according to the experts. You can get the details and certainly follow our news at 7 o'clock. And as Katrina mentioned in our opening spiel, it was all about the rallying on the weekend. Action-packed weekend it was. After 2 days of grueling stages, Roger the Sheriff Skeet flew over the jump at Bushy Park to signal his 12th victory in Barbados' premier motoring event. Teamed with Luis Venezia in the Subaru Impreza WRC, he is the provisional champion of the Soul Rally Barbados, which for the first time saw all of the stages completed. The battle for second was still close up to press time, and of course Barbados' Paul Bourne seemed to have the edge on England's Paul Bird. We'll follow all those because we'll have sports as well during our news at 7. We have much to share with you here on Morning Barbados today, our usual world of technology and much more, including developing national headlines. So stay with us on Morning Barbados.